Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. Double salute. Here to bring you some Week 14 looks, picks, leans, whatever you want to call them. That is the goal. Last week, we combined the props video, the player props, and the picks video into one. So this is a little bit messy. We're going to separate them again this week as it should be. But Carolina plus 10.5, not only did they cover the spread, they won outright. So that's massive. Bucky Irving scored at plus 185. Vikings were just in shambles. Hawkinson did not even get close. And then our long shot running back touchdown didn't do too bad. Algier, Charbonnet, and Warren all scored. They were the worse odds, the less likely of the five to score. All three of them scored. Taylor, who was the most likely, did not. And Travis Etienne had a very bizarre week against the softest rush defense in the league, Tennessee Titans. Bryce Tootin ended up scoring. So not too bad. He says with a loss, and most people are going to say, if you lose, it's bad. But I'll victory lap 3 out of the 5. In this video, we're going to do some Week 14 picks. We're going to look at the FanDuel touchdown jackpot tonight. I know you guys like to play that. It's very similar to the king of the end zone. And then we'll give you some official plays, get you on your way. So we have the Thursday night matchup, Dallas and Detroit. I think both teams move the ball well in this one. Detroit does have some serious injuries in the passing game. They are down to Jamison Williams. They are down to Isaac Tesla, and they are using Tom Kennedy, third wide receiver. Khalif Raymond's hurt. Amon-Ra St. Brown's hurt. Sam Laporta's hurt. Even their second string, Brock Wright, is hurt. They're relying on their third string, Ross Dwelly. Now, thankfully, this team has Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Gibbs can probably even slot out to a receiver position anytime. He has that capability. He has that sort of dynamic dog in him. But, man, this one's tough for me. I lean Dallas plus 3. They are on the road. They're off a very high emotional, powerful win against the Saints. Not the Saints, the Chiefs, not the Saints. Give me a break. You think it'd be an emotional win if they beat the Saints? Against the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. They go on the road here. Short week, but still had a week, as did the Lions. Guys, I lean over 53.5 too. I look at both these defenses. Obviously, we know that Dallas's defense is not great, and Detroit's hasn't even been stellar. They allowed 31 points last week to a struggling Green Bay Packers team. So I think we get points. I think this is an exciting Thursday night game, one that we have been missing, one that we've been needing. And I can see a way that Dallas gets it done. Seattle and Atlanta, 44.5, 6.5 dogs at home. Seattle's defense is strong, and I put that in quotes because they're vulnerable at times, and I'm wondering if this is one of those times. Seattle's calling card is their running defense, and obviously Atlanta thrives on the ground offensively. They are worse through the pass. So if Atlanta sticks with the rush, if they say, you know what, we know you're strong, but we're going to scheme up some things, and we're going to give Bijan and Tyler Algier a massive workload, and we're going to force you guys to prove that you are a top 5 rushing defense, I honestly think that favors Atlanta. If they go away from it and they drop back or they're getting in third and longs, I think this 6.5 is covered. And I'm going to trust that Raheem Morris understands what is in front of him. It's an early game on the road. We know how that typically treats Seattle. That 6.5 I think is too much. I think it's too much. I would not even mind a sprinkle of the Falcons' money line. I'm telling you right now, the Seahawks are my team. We say it every week. I know my team, guys. I know my team. I lean Atlanta plus 6, and I also think it's a defensive game, a lot of running. I think the under is what the side for the total is. Wow. If you would have told me before week 1 that on week 14 we'd have Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, rookie showdown, I would be like, yeah, I'm going to mark my calendar for that. I'll tune in. The total's 33.5. The total's 33.5. Buddy, you could go watch a flag football game on the corner of your neighborhood and see 33 points scored in 20 minutes. 33.5. 2 rookie sensations. Little disappointing. Defenses are solid, at least for Cleveland. I wish this game was better. I lean Cleveland 3.5. I would take the over, but you have to be someone who loves pain to bet on this game. I mean, you may need to call the number if you're betting on this game. If you see value here, fine, go for it. If you see an angle and edge, fine, go for it. If you're a fan of one of these two teams, fine, go for it. Otherwise, call the number. That's all I'm going to say. Minnesota, Washington. Shocked that Minnesota is a 1-point favorite in this one. J.J. McCarthy's back. Oh, wow, big whoop. Who cares? What has he done to prove that he is worth giving any sort of advantage money line spread? Like, he sucks. He's cheeks. J.J. McCarthy is butt cheeks 6,000. If you took a pair of butt cheeks and you said, what does this look like? I'd say J.J. McCarthy, absolute cheeks, and not the good cheeks either, right? Everybody deep down, they got a thing for cheeks. We all love cheeks. We all love a little bit of cheek. J.J. McCarthy's cheeks are not it. He's horrible, guys. Now, this defense may give him the opportunity to look slightly less cheekish. He has a matchup here. I got to think that Justin Jefferson is ticked off. He's got no action, no play, no balls his way. Surely, they find some success against Washington. But Washington just about beat Denver. Game went to overtime. They go for 2. They don't convert. Jaden Daniels may be back. I don't know. I lean Washington +1, and I like the over. Miami and the Jets. Gosh, guys, just call the number again. Shall we? You're betting on either of these games. It's time to throw in the towel. You're off the deep end. Ugly game, disgusting game, but here's what I would do. If I'm Aaron Glenn, I'm saying, hey, Tyrod Taylor, great game last week. But we don't need you this week. We're going to go back to Justin Fields. And we're going to put Justin Fields in, and we're going to adopt the Army's offense. Triple option. We're not going to throw the ball one time. Because you know what Miami can't do? They can't defend the run. You know what they do pretty well? Defend the pass. You know what we don't do at all? Pass. So we're going to run the triple option. Breece Hall, Justin Fields, you guys are going to give us 200 yards on the ground. And I think that'll be enough to win the game. Will they do that? No. Do I think it would be successful? Yes, I do. I'll take the Jets +3 and I'll take the over. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. Tampa Bay's had a really tough schedule. So if you look at that defense and you say, wow, Tampa Bay's that bad at defense, they've played the Bills, they've played the Rams, they played the Eagles. They've played some serious teams. So I don't think this team will look like a red bad defense against the Saints. Their first matchup was 23-20 in favor of Tampa Bay. They held their own that game defensively. I think they'll do it again. But is New Orleans going to go for a tankathon? Are they going to try? Is this quarterback got something to prove? I lean Tampa Bay -7.5. I think they cover that, and I do think we get some points over 41.5. Moving on. Here's what I like for the upset. Jacksonville +1 underdog. A home underdog facing a division rival who's lost 4 in a row? Come on. Say it ain't so. I don't get that. I really don't. And if you look at what Jacksonville does well, it's stop the run. You can stop Jonathan Taylor. You can control this game. This team goes as Jonathan Taylor goes, and teams are learning that. Teams are doing whatever they can. They're putting 8 in the box, and they're saying, hey, Daniel Jones, test us. Try us in the secondary. I'm losing faith in Shane Steichen. I'm losing faith in the Colts. This is a tricky, gross spot for the Colts. Give me Jacksonville +1. Give me the under. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Lamar did not practice today. I ultimately think that's just a flash in the pan, a little cautionary tale. I think it's just goofiness going on. Funny business. Rest. He'll play. Because both of these teams are 6-6. They are both tied. I believe the Steelers own the tiebreaker right now at the top of the AFC North. Baltimore's not going to bench their starting quarterback unless he has gonorrhea, contagious gonorrhea. And it's dripping. Does gonorrhea drip? If he's contagious with something, he's not playing. If he has a broken bone, they're going to do the best to splint that sucker up and get him out there. Lamar Jackson is playing in this game. Over 42.5, Baltimore -4.5. They are better than the Steelers. The Steelers are not good. Stop talking about it. Aaron Rodgers, it's time to retire. The end. Goodbye. I love Buffalo -5.5 this week. It feels way too easy. I get it. Oh, but did you know Joe Burrow's back? Yes, I watched him play. He was fine, but this defense is not. And there is a very clear matchup here. There's a very clear path to victory for Buffalo. Run the ball as much as possible, control the clock, get off to a lead, and force the Bengals to become uncomfortable and throw the ball where you excel in your pass defense. If Cincinnati is able to hang close and run the ball and have success on the ground and be patient, then I fear the 5.5. But I'm going to trust that Buffalo can get it done. I think this is a 31-17 game. I think the under hits, and I think Buffalo cruises. Imagine drafting Ashton Jeanty number 6, like the 6th pick overall in the NFL draft, and being dead last in rushing offense. The 2024, 2025, 2026 Raiders will be studied. The decisions with Geno, the decisions with Pete Carroll, Tom Brady comes in. Like, if you tell me 5 years ago, if you sit me down 5 years ago and you say, hey, Geno Smith's going to go to Seattle, he's going to revitalize his career, he's going to put up record numbers for himself. Okay? Pete Carroll is going to end up retiring from Seattle. Tom Brady is going to retire, and he's going to be part owner of the Raiders. And then this guy at Boise State who's going to dominate college football, be the best running back by far, he's going to go to the Raiders. And all four of those instances, they're going to team up on the Raiders in 2025. And we get this? You tell me that 5 years ago, I'm locked in. I might even change my fandom. I might say, wow, my quarterback, Geno Smith, and Pete Carroll, my head coach for the Seahawks, they're going to this team and they're getting the best running back, and Tom Brady's coming in, the great mind of Tom Brady. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go black and gold, baby. Black and silver. I might start wearing an eye patch. This team sucks. This team's horrible. For all the talent that they have, for all the great minds, something's not right. However, Denver can't blow anybody out. They refuse to. Divisional game. Give me the Raiders +8. Give me the under. Green Bay and Chicago. Wow, a touchdown. You're giving the Bears a touchdown here. The Bears who just beat Philadelphia. The Bears who have been rolling. Packers who have kind of looked iffy. Did get a great win against Detroit on Thanksgiving. I don't know. I got to trust my gut here. I'll go Chicago +7 and the over. Rams and Arizona. Hiccup last week at Carolina. Thank you. Yes. Where's the button? Where's the button? Oh, I think I can like call up the cheat sheet here. No, magic shortcuts. Yes. Hold on. Let me do that again. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay. Yes. Thank you. The Rams, they beat Carolina. Yes. Can I get another pop of confetti? Oh, yes. Just let it rain on me, baby. But I think they get back on track. It's a get-right spot versus a divisional opponent. They win the game, but Arizona keeps it interesting. They cover, and the over hits. Pie. What is pie? Why would I ever want to put pie on the screen? Primetime matchups, Houston and Kansas City, an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. That's what we'll call this game. Give me Kansas City -3 and the under. I want Kansas City to lose more than I want to live. More than I want the breath. More than I want my rocks off 3 times a week. Okay? Minimum. Like that would be a comfortable amount of times. I've lost the plot, guys. I've lost the plot. Dang it. Where's the curtain? I meant to do the curtain. I got to memorize these because I really think these would come in handy. What was I talking about? Getting my rocks off 3 times a week? I'll take Kansas City -3. I'll take the under 41.5, guys. Ugly game, defensive game, but I have to believe that the refs help us out in the end. Just saying. Philadelphia and the Chargers, last thing, and then we'll look at 2 official plays. Give me the Chargers +2.5. Give me the over. This Super Bowl hangover from this team is lasting so long. I am shocked that they're playing this poorly. Where is Saquon Barkley? A.J. Brown had to go open his mouth, talk about how he's not getting enough targets, he's not getting enough this, that, the other. When players do that, time and time again, we've seen it come back to haunt the team. You know, he's getting his stats up, but they're not getting wins. And I can guarantee you A.J. Brown, looking back, would rather have wins than he would have 100-yard games with a touchdown. So I think this is a really bad matchup for them on the road in prime time against a pretty solid defense and an offense that's rolling. The only thing I would be aware of is Justin Herbert is hurt. He has a broken hand, so he is going to play. What that means for him, if they pressure him more, that kind of thing. Ultimately, if he's out there, I think he's good enough to play. So I'll stick to it. Here is a couple of shout outs to some sponsors. Makes the world go round. Smart Stake, if you do any EV or arbitrage bettings, check out Smart Stake. You can do so. Code GREEN gets you 12 days for $1. Novig, all the picks that I'm about to show you are from Novig because they have the best odds. If you use my code, you get a 50% deposit match. And if you don't want to pay for anything, just sign up for Pickett. Use my code. It helps you track your bets. And my friend who used Pickett before me, I showed him yesterday. I said, you can line shop on here. Like he was looking at like Cade Cunningham triple double, and he was trying to figure out the best price. I said, just type in Cade Cunningham on Pickett, click on him, go to triple double, and it'll bring up all the books with all their prices. He's like, dude, what? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of what I talk about in a lot of my videos. So just want to make sure you guys know you can get the best price. Okay, touchdown jackpot tonight. I'm going to give you a pick from each team in case you got player ones and wives. Maybe some of you have wives. I have many wives. I actually have the most wives that you've ever seen. I'm going to take Tom Kennedy. If you show me the picture of this guy and you said, what are we doing with him? I would probably say opening up an investment account. Or maybe we're getting our car serviced. But tonight, December 4th, he's scoring the first or last touchdown is Tom Kennedy. And at least his name doesn't help him. Thomas Kennedy. State your name, sir. My name is Thomas Kennedy. He's going to score the first or last. And George Pickens would be my other play. Just an absolute force to be reckoned with. Here's the deal, guys. I'm sick of trying to game the game here. Every time I bet a nobody and hope I get a huge payout, it's never a huge payout. It's always a massive disappointment. So I don't even care. Give me George Pickens. Give me chalk. I do not care. I'll take the $50 free bet and I'll move on. So I'm going to convince my wife that she needs to bet George Pickens. I'm going to take Tom Kennedy, and we'll leave it at that. Here are my official plays of the week. Our tush push. My best bet is Bills -5.5. That's on Novig for -105. First and goal play is Jacksonville Jaguars money line at home against the struggling Colts +118 on Novig. It's a great price. Bears money line, I'll tell you right now, +270 is on DraftKings. Novig had it at 265. I took the 270 because my limits are, while they are low, I bet low units for these. And then our Hail Miller. Hey, Miller. Hey, Miller. I'm going to hail you, Miller. Got to be careful with what I do with my hand. I am off the rails today. Hail Mary. Triple under. I am the Undertaker. I'm taking unders here. Under 54.5 Cincinnati Buffalo. Under 48.5 Indy Jacksonville. Under 45.5 Atlanta Seattle. Plus 435 over on Novig. Guys, tomorrow we'll bring you touchdowns, all the data that you love. Appreciate y'all super very much. Most lovable crowd you'll ever have. I love you guys, and we'll see you then. I'll love you again.